Hey everyone, it's Shayna Hiller and I'm coming at you today with a video all about manifesting. Yes, the word that you've probably heard a lot. And there's a reason that you've heard it. And there's a reason that even though it's oftentimes used, it really is what it means. And there's no better word. Why reinvent the wheel? So my definition of manifesting is your capacity to make an idea or a thought into something real, right? Everything begins with thought forms and eventually can become a reality unless for whatever reason we're not allowing it or there's some sort of a blockage. So I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you manifest today. And before I give you those tips, I want to share a little story. Last week I was traveling to Mexico and I was in this gorgeous little town on the Pacific Ocean with incredible villas and beautiful views and so much art and so much creativity and so much care put into this. I will call it a sacred little town on the coast. And I ended up meeting the man who, the man with the plan, the man with the vision's son. So the person who actually built this entire town. In order to build this town, in order to even make this happen, he first, in 1968, flew an airplane above the coast. There was nothing there. There was not even a road. There was not even one house. There was not a store, not a street, nothing, just jungle. He flew an airplane over and looked out the window of the airplane and said, that's where I'm going to build the town. That's where I'm going to build all of this community that I want to create. And he said everybody thought he was crazy. Everybody thought that he was crazy. It was never going to be able to happen. The zoning wouldn't allow it. It was too dense of a rainforest, of a jungle to even create something like that. There was no town within however many mile vicinity from that space. Lo and behold, he said, all I needed was enough people to be as crazy and believe in it as I was. I needed to surround myself with people who supported my vision, and this place is blowing up. It's incredible. It's so magical. It's called Carayas. I'm very bad with my Mexican accent. Carayas, Mexico. And it is just pristine, incredible, and you can tell, I can tell when I'm there that this town was intentionally created. Every single detail. I feel like I was in the person's brain who created it. Now, look around your house. Look around wherever you are right now. The clothing that you're wearing, your computer, right? Had to have been a thought first. So the whole entire concept of manifesting, even though it might seem super mystical and spiritual, is actually very practical. It's happening all the time. People think of things and they happen. People think of something and it happens. So my reason for sharing this with you is to teach you first and foremost how simple it can be and how easy it can be to miss the mark in manifestation, especially when it comes to growing your yoga business, especially when it comes to stepping into your power or receiving more abundance in your life or even cultivating anything you desire, a relationship, right? Like really anything that you deeply desire for your own growth, well-being, and enhancement of your temporary and magical experience of life itself and being here on this planet, right? This is your birthright. And it is usually the mind that gets in the way. So the first tip I'm going to give you to help you manifest your dreams and desires are first and foremost to write down what your desires are. Right? I know for myself, my mood changes like the wind. Anyone else? Today I feel like this. Tomorrow I feel like that. Like seriously, I'm not even kidding. Yesterday I wanted to start a podcast. Today I want to write a book. Tomorrow I'm going to want to film a bunch of videos. The day after that I'm going to want to create another online course. It's great to have creative energy flowing through your system, and one of the best ways to harness all of that prana, all of that power, all of that passion is to get it from the brain onto a piece of paper, right? Or say it out loud. Say it so that the universe hears it. Universe, this is what I'm calling in. I prefer writing it down because it helps me organize and it helps me keep it in front of my eyes. Whether you write it down in a journal or a notebook or you do little post-its and put them on the wall, right? Like, and not only writing down what your desires are, but also, once you've listed them, because I'm assuming you've got more than one, right? Am I the only one? Write them down and put them in order of top priority. You know, I know for myself, overwhelm sometimes comes in the way. Overwhelm because, oh my gosh, there's so much I want to do, leads to procrastination because my mind bundles everything together into one huge lump. And I'm like, whoa, that's too much. So I stay back. I don't do anything. And until I started writing things down in a linear way, in a linear fashion, from most important to least, and looking at it with my eyes and saying, all right, this is what I'm working toward, it created some space in my brain where magical things started to happen. I experienced more energy, a greater sense of flow, a heightened state of intuition. New ideas started popping into my brain. So first and foremost, write it down. Write it down. Second is create space. Now, create space, I would say it includes self-care, right? Your physical body is the vessel, is the gateway for universal intelligence to run through. Like something comes in, you can call it random, you can call it, wow, like I just had this thought, I just had this idea. Wouldn't it be cool if, right? If that's not flowing, or if somehow there's a blockage, right, of old thought patterns of, oh, I can't do that, or that's impossible, right? To begin to strengthen your capacity to trust in these signals that come to you, right? Like from outside, it's important to keep your physical body really healthy and vital. And obviously you can do that through yoga postures. You can do that through pranayama, through breathing, through establishing and maintaining your own meditation practice, eating clean foods, eating organic foods. Intermittent fasting is something that really helps me channel my wisdom, so to speak, because everything's connected. And you've learned this in your yoga training, if you've done a yoga training, that we've got not just one physical body, but the physical body affects the other koshas, the other layers. So if you want to tap into the esoteric realms, so to speak, or your innate intuitive psychic nature, eat clean, nourish yourself, get into nature, get sunlight, allow yourself to slow down, Manifesting is not something you do, it's something you're already doing, right? What are you manifesting? What is your day like on a moment-to-moment basis, right? Are you busy? Are you stressed out? Are you tired? Are you fatigued? Are you procrastinating? Are you feeling obligated? Like, what is the recurring thought form that's ultimately creating the recurring reality? In order for us to kind of press the pause button, it's of tremendous value to do just that and to slow down. And listen, I get it. This is like super inspiring perhaps, and it makes logical sense. And the moment comes to slow down, and I know for myself, for many years it was very difficult to relax. How do I relax? Like there's so much going on up here, there's all these desires, and my yoga and meditation practice have taught me the laws of the universe, right? There is a divine timing for things. There's a great quote by Lao Tzu. It says, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. And you are a part of nature. So slowing down, believe it or not, speeds up the process of gaining the insight, the capacity, the energy, the clarity to bring your desires to life. So we've got writing it down, we've got slowing down, and the third is taking action. Because once you slow down and things start to flow in, it's one thing to just sit there and say, okay, I'm noticing this. Take action. Step into your courage. Courage. My definition of courage is acting in spite of fear. There's a lot of talk out there about just be fearless, be fearless. I say, listen, when you're growing into a new version of yourself that you've never known before, right? Oftentimes we say, I want to change, I want to be different, I want to be better. And the opportunity is there to realize your potential, and all of a sudden we shy away, we stay small, we think it's impossible, or we feel like we don't deserve that, or we're not capable of it. And that makes a lot of sense because it's something new. You've never had it before. It's literally as if you are giving yourself permission to be reborn in a new way. So the way that you harness that energy, the way that you really embody that new reality, that new version of yourself, is to take action, is to start acting as if, is to start telling people what you're up to, is to start thinking and breathing and feeling as if you are aligning with your true desire. You know, for many years, I was in a scarcity mindset. I wanted to make more money. I wasn't making enough. And I was just, that was the ongoing loop inside of here is not enough, not enough, not enough. And during my phase of receiving coaching, I remember hearing those words, act as if you've already had it. You already have it. Act as if you've got it already. And I remember it was not even anything profound other than even my body language. I stood up taller. I smiled more. I started to remember that I am already abundant by nature and I have everything I need. As long as you have the capacity to watch this video right now, you've got a roof over your head, you've got breath, you've got food coming at some point soon, you are abundant. As long as you have a heart that's beating inside of your body, you are creative. Existence thought it was a really good idea to bring you to this planet, and you've got something powerful inside you that wants to be birthed, that wants to be seen, that wants to be heard, that wants to be listened to. And do not deny that call for what it's worth. And at the same time, just because you feel that surge of energy within you does not mean that you have to jump on it immediately. So manifesting is something that you are. And manifesting is less about grasping, it's less about being attached, it's less about expectations, it's more about trust. It's more about staying present to the signs around you, to opportunities that come in. You know, my trip to Mexico was a friend of mine was inviting me. A friend of mine invited me. I said no 4 times before I finally said yes, because she didn't stop inviting me. She's been inviting me for over a year. And then it clicked, wait a second, maybe there's a reason that this keeps coming in. What are the signs? What are the synchronicities that continue to show up in your life? The universe is attempting to guide you and support you at all times so that you can realize that you are already manifesting your current reality. So what needs to shift? What needs to go? How can you create more space, slow down, and take action? The time is now. Why not stay curious and know that there is so much magic on the way? If you have questions about manifesting, leave them in the comments. I will answer your questions and try it on. And please know that manifesting is a subtle art, right? If I could tell you, you know, do this, then do this, then do this. I mean, I'm giving you general tips here that absolutely will help you ignite this journey. And it's subtle. In fact, it can even be a secret that you keep for yourself that allows you to attract what you desire into your life. As long as you are checking yourself, as long as you are going inside of your mind and doing your best to rewire, to upgrade, to enhance, to release what's no longer serving you, right? You have this capacity to bring your thoughts into life, to make your thoughts into things. You deserve to realize your potential. So can't wait to see what you create and step into your power and really own all of who you are. See you soon. Namaste.